Does your mom say you have to be LGBT? All she cares about is that I'm a part of it. And if I'm not a part of it, she'll try to convince me to join it.
What's up, YouTube? Poor Man Podcast back with another video. Give me the HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Let's get right into the video.
Would you cheat for $1,000?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh.
It's $1,000. Yes. 100%.
Oh, why?
It's $1,000. It's $1,000. You can get back together after. There's other people in the world. Yep.
Would you guys cheat for $1,000?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Oh, why?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, but for $1,000?
Yeah. Yeah. It's money. That's money. I can buy a new husband.
Oh.
Yeah. That's big money.
Yeah, what if your boyfriends are watching this?
For neither. It's hot girl summer. It's hot girl summer.
It's hot girl summer.
Oh.
And I'm pretty. Oh yeah, pretty people get everything. Pretty people get everything.
She's right, but pretty people also get herpes. You can tell they've never paid a bill because once you get to the age where you start paying bills, you understand how little $1,000 is. In all honesty, at the rate we're going, by the end of the year, that ain't gonna get you nothing but a quarter tank of gas. And maybe they're just trolling, but either way, imagine waking up to a video of a person you think cares about you basically saying that they'd sell you out for $1,000. If you have a girlfriend and she's hanging out with one of her friends and her friend says it's a hot girl summer, you might as well start focusing on yourself.
An actual incident that happened to, I have two boys, 11 and 13 years old. This actually happened to my eldest son, who's in grade 8. He was in the schoolyard playing. A grade 1 girl walked up to him, slapped him across the head, and said, "You are not allowed to hit girls. You cannot hit me back." I'd like to...
Well, at least she was being honest. You know, and an adult woman who would do that would probably find a way to turn herself into the victim.
I guarantee you'll never see that on an anti-bullying billboard. That kid just learned a lesson that every man learns at a young age, and that lesson is if you don't have any sisters, make sure that you get yourself a good female friend that's willing to fight on your behalf. This stuff happens when we get older too. I see these 110-pound women hitting these 200-pound men as if these guys couldn't stomp her into oblivion, and the only reason she's doing it is because she knows she can get away with it. See, men, we have to operate with a base level of respect, because I understand if I disrespect another man, I better be willing to defend myself because it might escalate. And some women start to abuse that power and they take it a step further and actually start to hit men. And they're only hitting them because they know the men can't hit them back. And that's what kind of makes it bullying. So you have these 200-pound men with beards getting bullied by these 100-pound women. And the kicker is these women will never ever hit another woman because they understand that other women could actually defend themselves. And you really playing a dangerous game because one of these days you're going to hit a guy that just had a long day. And he going to send you to meet Jesus.
You know it's actually okay to gain weight because 30 pounds heavier, 40 pounds heavier, baby, you are still that bitch. You are still making the girls gag. You are still giving us ginger because it's still the same bad bitch. Nothing has changed, only pounds. And even that. And so...
Oh, you definitely making the girls gag. No, I'm joking, but she definitely walked into that one. And that's one of the main differences between how men communicate and how women communicate. See, when men communicate, we're very direct. We tend to be vulgar sometimes in our dialogue versus each other, but usually it's in good faith just to make light of a situation. But we're very, very direct, almost so much so that it confuses women. Like, I could tell my wife something and she's going to say, well, what do you mean? What do you mean by this? What does this mean? Well, it means exactly what I said because men communicate directly. When women communicate, they tend to communicate in layers. So they could say something and mean something totally different. Men tend to communicate straightforward, and we're designed to handle criticism a little bit better because we compete for reproduction, and the only way to be competitive is to understand what you need to do to be better. Men are results driven, so we communicate to get the best results. That's why when women try to come into male spaces, they always try to police how we communicate because they take our directness as cruelty. As a man, I know if a guy doesn't like me or has a problem with me because he'll probably tell me straight up. As a woman, you have to be really careful of the people you keep around you because women communicate indirectly. So a woman ain't gonna tell you that she don't like you, she'll just sabotage your life. So your friend that's having a hot girl summer while you're happily in a relationship and she can't find anybody, be careful around her. Your friend that's overweight that's saying it's okay to eat the cake, be careful around her. Because no matter what women say, women compete for male attention. Even a girl in this video, she didn't wear that shirt because she wanted us to see how nice her eyes are.
Men are not meant to be dominant. Men are meant to be submissive. They're meant to be worker ants. They're supposed to listen to women. You are a queen. They are worker ants. That's how the system is supposed to go. Because men do not have the ability to think for themselves. They don't. They don't have higher intellect. Women have to guide men to higher intellect. Because men are fucking stupid. We women must take charge. They are useless without us. They can't do nothing. They're the ones who will provide, cook, clean, and do everything after they come home from work. Because that's just how it's supposed to be. I don't know why everybody's trying to change the dynamic. Men are motherfucking submissive. Women are dominant. I'm dominant. I'm not gonna be submissive or a little bitch. Feminism all the way. The fuck? Like,
But I thought feminism wasn't about female dominance. I thought feminism was about equality. And how isn't this offensive? Isn't this some type of cultural appropriation? I remember when I was running track back in college, we had this dude on the team. He had a little sugar in his tea, if you get what I'm saying. But he always spoke in this feminine voice, and one time I ran into him in the bathroom before track practice, and he sounded like Barry White. You want to be gay? More power to you, more women for me. I don't have a problem with that. But after he spoke, I started thinking about it, and I'm like, so this man wakes up every single morning and makes the conscious decision to act like a woman. That's like me growing a mustache and then buying a sombrero and saying I'm Mexican. All I'm trying to say is if Asian people having cornrows is considered cultural appropriation, how is this not seen as offensive?
White people that aren't like serial killers like Ted Bundy.
Does your mom say you have to be LGBT?
No.
No, I can choose what I want to be, but
Go ahead, Lex. Go ahead. Keep talking. Say what you're saying.
My mom doesn't matter if I am gay or lesbian or any of that. She doesn't care. All she cares about is that I'm a part of it. And if I'm not a part of it, she'll try to convince me to join it. Cause
What? Are you saying right now?
Facts.
That I would convince you to join what?
The LGBTQIA plus community.
When children's toys go from jump ropes and hula hoops to anti-anxiety tools like fidget spinners, I think it's time to stop indoctrinating the children. We have to stop forcing kids to have a cause. It's like the movie, it's like the scene from that movie with Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum where they pull up to the school and all the cool kids are environmentally friendly. It's just a little odd.
We try to ride bikes when we can, global crisis and whatnot.
Whatever, man. I don't care about anything.
Oh, you don't care about the environment? It's kind of fucked up, man.
As a kid, the only thing that should be important to you is Pokemon. You shouldn't be discussing foreign policy and global warming. Now, I'm not saying that's not an important topic, but what I am saying is that kids don't know anything. Until you understand the pain of having money being taken out of your check, you don't know anything. Until you have to use the last of your money to pay bills, you don't know anything. Kids are more obese and anxious than ever before, and I don't think feeding them chicken nuggets and propaganda is gonna help any of that. The best part about being that age is you don't have any real responsibility, so then why as a parent would you force your kid to having so much responsibility? Till next time.
My boo, I'm just here for the rendezvous. And I came the whole damn crew, cause I've been feeling like you want me to. You say stop saying I'm so I can't help myself when I poke up.